Hello friends and welcome to yet another module on TutorialsPoint with me Richa. Today we are going to talk about strategy management. Well, on the agenda today we will discuss what exactly is the definition of strategy management, what are certain features of strategy management and strategic learning, as well as certain limitations which happen when you're making a strategy. Well, the definition of strategic management is very simply put, strategic management is a critical process for any organization, whether it's a small or a big organization. It helps in unpredictable times and is prepared for unfeasible contingencies. It involves planning, formulating and implementing the strategic measures to attain the objectives of the company together. Well, any company which wants to grow and wants to change and bring about creativity in its people and processes need to ensure that they are able to manage their strategies well. Well, there are certain features of strategic management and they are formulation, implementation, concepts and framework, strategic thinking, strategic planning, as well as certain limitations. We will now take a look at each one of them in detail. The first one is formulation. Well, strategy means that you need to make sure that you are able to formulate your plans and processes in a very depth manner. So you need to ensure you formulate your strategies by environmental scanning, strategic formation, as well as strategic evaluation. What it means is that it involves analyzing the external and the internal resources of the organization. When you know what is there within you as an internal and external resources, when you take into account all of this is when you are able to make or formulate your strategies. This gives us the goals and objectives that we pursue in order to meet our organizational needs. So the first and the most important step in any strategic management is to first formulate your strategies by looking at the internal and external resources. The next way in terms of making your strategy is implementation. Well, once you formulated your strategy, in order to make it implementable, you need to start executing it. Well, this involves controlling or redirecting the company's resources, which can be people, processes or IT system, to attain the objectives. So there would be a lot of changes which might happen internally and people need to be aware and be ready for it. The company's resources are structured so well so as to track the progress towards its ultimate mission whenever that happens. So everything is an alignment towards the main mission of the company. The next one is concepts and framework. Well, it's important for any organization to undergo a SWOT whenever it's trying to formulate strategies, which means that you need to know what your strengths are of an organization, what puts you over the edge over the others in terms of your competitiveness. Your weaknesses as an organization, where are your weaknesses or your area of improvement? The opportunities which are looking at you as of now at this point of time, what are the opportunities and what are the threats as an organization? There could be multiple threats in terms of competition, market conditions, resources, etc. So as a company, when you do your SWOT, you are able to understand what kind of strategies are best suited for your company. The strategic advancement has given us some valuable tools and framework to measure the progress of our decisions, and there are several ways of doing it. One of it, which I have explained, is SWOT analysis. The second one is experience curve, corporate strategy and portfolio theory, competitive advantages, industry structure and profitability, value chain, as well as core competencies. When you look at all of these different ways of making sure that your strategy is up to the mark, you need to take into account all of these, but the most important being you need to know a SWOT analysis for your company. Now let's take a look at strategic thinking. It involves the business leaders to come up with unique ideas, both from his personal as well as professional learnings, as well as knowing what is there in the market. You need to be able to think out of the box and be creative in your strategic thinking. The generation and applications of such ideas, insights to opportunities, that gives us the competitive advantage. So I would just want to add over here saying that strategic thinking is all about being able to think out of the box, critically think, and also it involves trying to understand what is your area of improvement when you make your strategies. Strategic planning is very essential, which helps from the execution point of view. Strategic planning gives strategic thinking a shape. It involves taking a lot of decisions, setting your priorities, as well as strengthening the operations, working towards the common mission of the company. So once you're able to make your strategic thinking, it's time to put it into action by the help of strategic planning. It needs everyone to be on the same page, so hence anybody who is a person working in the company, as well as the top and the low level of management, everybody needs to be on the same page so that strategic planning can take place in the right manner. Well, limitations will always be there because change is the only constant in life, and hence whenever you are trying to make your strategy and also implementing your strategy, you will definitely be faced with a lot of uncertainties and limitations. The idea over here is to not take a step back when you get these obstacles and limitations on your way. The idea is to step out of your comfort zone and take these challenges head on. Well, strategy as a learning, again very important. Articulate a strategic vision, your objectives and values. Then you need to craft an implementable plan of action, post which you need to measure your success against the vision and the objectives which you have laid out. And lastly, you need to analyze your business and the environment wherein the strategy is implementable. Is it a progress or not? So you need to track your progress with regards to the strategies that you've made. Strategic learning refers to the planned learning and development on people as individuals as well as in groups, so that they can benefit their business as well as themselves. So this is how you will implement your strategies, by strategic learning. Well friends, that makes us come to an end of strategic management. Let's take a quick review on what we've covered. Strategic management brings the required change in the working systems of the organization. It brings everyone on track with some fresh ideas and fresh opinions and comprehensive statements. The resources are well managed and the organization gets a revolutionary edge in the market. Well, strategic thinking is something which is the need of the hour for many organizations. If they really want to change themselves, they need to be able to think in a strategic manner. Well friends, I hope you have enjoyed listening to this particular module on strategic management. Keep watching, more videos coming your way. Till then, thank you very much.